Hello, everyone. It is me, Billy Cultist. I have returned. We're back in No Man's Sky again, and we're taking off. We're getting off of the honeymoon. The honeymoon period is over. I have to announce the biggest thing I have to announce so far in the series. We have finally arrived. We have discovered our true home. And we're gonna be traveling there now. The polls are in, and we have just inaugurated our home base planet. Yes, the home base planet has been chosen, has been elected, and is now been inaugurated. And we're gonna go straight there. We have left the stars behind. The wandering days are over, at least in space. Oh boy, a freighter battle. Well look, I wanted to go to the planet, guys, but we will fight these guys. Because I can't just leave a freighter to die. Is this guy bad? I hope he's bad. Yeah, we can't leave the freighter to die. We'll get to the inaugurated planet, the inauguration pretty soon, but fight these pirates though. Secure the trade routes for these people, even though I really don't owe them anything at all. Where's the other one? Yeah. I hope they're pirates. Oh, there's a guy. Thing is, when they go into shields like that, it makes it a real problem for me. He's bad too, right? There's an awful lot of them in this raid. Okay, we're starting off the day with a big bang. A dramatic pirate fiasco. That ought to be good for views. You're all excited. Everybody likes explosions and stuff. Oh, that's the space station. Almost thought that was a spacecraft. But it's not. Okay, we still got pirates. Man, I think this is the most pirates I've ever seen attack. Unless I'm making big mistakes and I'm taking out freighters defense ships, which I've done that before. These battles get a little bit difficult to IFF and all that stuff. Oh, was that the right guy? I don't think that was the right guy. Somehow I don't think that's the right guy. Yeah, that's not the right guy. That's the right guy. I think the guy with the red contrails is the bad guy. The guy with the green is on my side. You see what can happen in these battles? It's very tricky. I think that's gotta be the last pirate. Out of range. Good lord, the amount of pirates. Never seen so many pirates. Surely that's the last pirate. Okay. That is the last pirate. We'll open the captain's hail. I can't read because I don't speak Korvax very well. So we'll go inside.
Navigational data received.
And see what he's got. I probably don't want his freighter. I found a pretty good pirate ship last couple episodes ago, and I've got that. But we'll talk to him and see what we can get in the way of rewards. And then it's on to the home planet. Take the quick way here. There he is. Okay. No, I don't want the freighter. I already have a really good ship. I will request payment instead. So basically increased standing, some nanites. Okay, some nanites is pretty good. Some gold. Yes, nothing big. No big deal, but, it's fine. Where do I leave the ship? Okay, now I'm lost in the... Okay, there we are. I should have just looked for the emblem of vehicular common sense. Alright. Let's get the show on the road. There's our home, right there. You see that beautiful little orange marble there? It's been chosen. That's, if you didn't know, that's the Mushroom Planet. Go watch the, if you're new and you're just jumping in on the series, you could watch the previous episode where I discovered that little jewel. That is the Mushroom Planet. And by popular demand, it has been inaugurated as the home base planet, upon which I will be finally starting to construct a base. So from here on out, I think we're going to be spending a lot of time on this planet. Quite a lot of time. Indubitably so. We'll be there in about 17 seconds now. Now, this is going to close out the poll of which planets I should settle on. That's no longer going to be a question that arises. Let me pull out a pulse drive here so we can examine where we want to come down. I think I'm going to try to come down more inland, not next to the water. Although it may not matter ultimately. We'll find out what happens, but coming down on the day side as well. But basically, we're also going to close the poll on what energy source I should use. That's been open for quite a while now. This is a nice spot. Come on. Okay, she doesn't want to sit down there. I'll just take whatever I can get. This'll do. And really, this is a beautiful planet. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Very nice. The orange grasslands and the mellow purple sky complement each other quite nicely. But yeah, the energy poll is now going to be closed. And the winning choice, I am going to be powering the base the hard way. And that is, we got to find an energy hotspot. And there's nothing right around here, so... yeah, we lucked out, friends. I'm gonna have to, kind of roam around and see if I can find one. But not only am I gonna have to find an energy hotspot, I am going to have to locate an energy hotspot that is within the right distance from a mining node to be of any value. So, we have got some serious overland trekking to do. Depending on how things go, I, might just jump in the ship and fly around too, but, I do think it'd be fun to just kind of hoof it a little bit. If things got real bad, I could also get out my moth. That works too. Deadly flora there. That's not. Okay. I thought maybe that would be... no hot spots for energy. Might as well just pick up some of this stuff. See, this is one of the things about No Man's Sky, which I will impart Particularly in the early game, it serves you quite well. In early game, you kind of want to be building up your resources, but also you kind of want to keep on the move. So it kind of my observation of it would be that it behooves you quite a bit to, as you travel towards whatever your objective is, you kind of walk and like do this. Keep moving in the direction of whatever it is, but also kind of zap some stuff and pick up resources as you go. That way you're traveling, but you're also building your resource pools, which you'll need. It kind of works really well to do that in the early game. Like I said, it seems like in the early game you do have to be moving plus harvesting. Okay, there's a lot of stuff there. Whoa, what do we got? Should be... Okay, we got a mining hotspot. I might go to the mining hotspot, depending on where it is. I do tend to, when I'm building my bases, not care too much about what the terrain's like on the hotspot. However, I may if it's up here. I don't quite look like this mountain. Looks like it might be up top of this mountain thing. I don't really like this up here because it's all bare. It's out of the grasslands, which is the cool part, so... But I mean, it may not be close enough to an energy node. Anyway, so... Okay, we're going down the mountain now. Looks like it might be at the base of the mountain. This is what you get when you ask me to do the hard way. It's gonna be a lot of this, probably. Okay. Analyzing the hotspot. Magnetized ferrite deposit. Potential C. Okay, whatever. I don't care too much about the potential, just so it's a mining hotspot. It's not up on the mountain, so I might do it. We gotta find a... No nearby energy hotspot. Okay, so that's the problem. We've got to find a mining node, but we've also got to find a nearby EM node. So we can't be there and power the base with EM. There's a nice little pond thing down there. We might go down the valley and check that out. That looks very inviting. Yes, sir. Let's just fly down there. Oh. We'll put up new polls now, I think. So if you've been following the series, or if you're new to the series, you know, we put up polls in the community section of the channel, community polls, and you guys can vote in those. And we bring things to the table about what I should do. No energy. And what we'll do is we'll put up, when this video comes up, we will put up 2 new polls. And those will be about the names. Actually, we won't be able to put them up right away about the names. What we'll do is, get in the comments, if you're watching this and following this, get in the comments, and now that we've found the home system and the base planet, you can come up with names. What should we name our star? And what should we name this planet? And we'll go through and we'll look through the names. I will look through the names you give in the comments. And I will choose what I think are some of the best ones. And we'll put those to a vote. And then whichever ones wins the vote, we will actually name the planet and the star system that choice. So go ahead and put your ideas for names out there, and keep it clean, because yeah, this is YouTube, and also this is No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky doesn't like dirty gamer names or whatever, you know. I know what it's like, but you're just gonna have to contain yourself, you know, keep it clean. And we'll put those up for a vote, and we'll actually name the star system, and we'll name this planet. What you guys choose. Still can't find an energy hotspot, though. Looks like I'm gonna have to go significantly further than this. I feel like climbing that hill over there. Nice little pond. Wouldn't it be nice if we just had... Okay, I don't know if this is... I think this is a new hotspot. Yeah, this is new because that last one was a potential C and this is an A. Let's follow this hotspot. We might get lucky and find energy nearby. I hope. Pick up some language barrier stuff here. Learn some more Korvax. That way when I save freighter captains I can speak to them. Understand what they say. Yeah, we apparently are in a Korvax system, so I'd help to know that language. I'm just kidding. It doesn't actually matter that much in No Man's Sky, but realistically, if... What the heck? Okay, we went over it somehow. Okay. Here we go. I don't think we're going to have an energy nearby, because I wasn't picking any up. And this is... Paraffinium! Oh boy! The stuff that actually helped us find this place. What do you know? Nice. Oh! We've got a Class SEM field nearby. In 350... I think this'll work. Yep. It's right over there. Okay. First things first. This is where our paraffinium is. Do I like the location? You can't be too picky about when you have to deal with these nodes. I'm sorry, but you gotta... This is where we got it. We got the paraffinium right here. Let's lay down a beacon. This is so I can tell where I'm at spatially. This is how I do it with the base building. Now let's get the EM thing set up. Now, what we're hoping for is that the EM thing is within enough space. I forget the actual outer radius of a base in No Man's Sky. So, we'll see here. Okay, friends. Looks like it's going to be over that, that rise. Okay. It's kind of like real life, though, you know. You're building stuff for resources. Basically, when I build my bases, there's two approaches, I think, that people have, and I like to kind of blend them together. There's bases that are strictly utility-based, where it's like, it's about extracting an actual resource, you know, from the planet, from a resource node, like the paraffinium. And then there's bases that are built strictly for just, oh, this would be cool to build a cool base here, it looks neat or whatever, just for aesthetic reasons. And I kind of like, my personal approach is, I don't do either extreme, I kind of blend the two concepts together. So I go and I build, based on the resource nodes, my bases. My bases usually always have a real in-game purpose in that sense. Like they're harvesting something, usually. They're not just there just to be pretty. But, at the same time, I don't just plunk down some junk and start harvesting. I actually take the time to try to make it look cool. So we kind of get both worlds in that, although we are kind of tethered to, you know, wherever we get lucky and find our, you know, our deposits. Actually, I would say in this case, we found a decent scenario. Maybe. I guess I'm talking a little too early, but It seems like we may have found quite an easy scenario quite early. If we get this EM field and everything, looks like it's going to be on the edge of this Class S EM. Very strong. So what we'll do is we'll set down another one of these. I'm going to have to make some more metal plating for that, which should be okay. I think I have quite a bit of backup ferrite dust, which typically is the main resource. But if we don't have enough of that, we can always... Oh, we have more in the refiner. We can always get some more. Okay, so this is temporary. This is where our EM field is at. I'll just color it yellow just because it's not really necessary, but that's our power node. And down there, about 344 units away, we have got our paraffinium deposit. So what we want to do now, according to my typical modus operandi, we have got to we've got to divide that distance, 350 units. So that's about let's see, about 140 units is going to be in between that and this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to make a beeline from here down back to our resource node until we're about halfway between the two. And hopefully this works out, like I said. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. Okay, 200. Okay, we're getting there. Come on, give me the distance. 202. Okay, 170. Okay, we're closing it. 60. 46, 45, 40. Okay. What we can do is, I guess we can turn around and we can try to gauge. Try to get these distances to be the same. As samey as possible, that way. What do we got up here? We want to get in the center as possible. 179. 171, we're getting close. 176. Real close. I think we're real close to the center of these. 175. That's close enough for me. It's not going to be even because the distance wasn't even. Okay. This is kind of nice and flat, too. Wonderful. So this is where we're going to put our base computer. And I will show you why in a second. Hopefully we got this right. Okay. Oh, paraffinium. What, I don't know what color to make this. I'll just make it that because I feel like that'll... Alright, that looks good. I like that setup. That looks okay. Alright, let's claim it. Name it and claim it. I won't name it, though. We can. You guys could put the... Like I said, go ahead and put a name in the comments for the base as well as the planet in the system. We'll vote on all three. And I'll choose... You know, like, about 5, if there's that many even. Sometimes people aren't getting engaged. Get in the comments and get engaged and talk about this stuff. Don't sit around. But, go ahead. Just sign into YouTube and talk. Especially if you're following our channel. But, basically, well, I'll take the stuff that's available and we'll put it on a poll of about 5 choices, if there's even that many available. But, and we'll vote on it. Okay, so I think that's the center, right? Okay, so I'm going to test it, though. So I'm going to be going to both these positions. And I'll explain what this is all about. Basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to... No Man's Sky, I believe, you know, like puts out a limited circle. That is your base zone where you could build. And we're trying to incorporate both these nodes into that circle. In order to try to do that, what we're attempting to do is put the base precisely between these two nodes. That way the circle might end up covering them both, and we can build on both of them. Even though they seem to be visually, you know, if you look at this, it looks like these are quite distant. I don't know how this is going to work, though. We got to test it. Okay. So this one's within the circle. Because we can get access to all the typical base parts. Okay, so I think we'll be able to do this. We just have to find out. So that's within the base rounds. Well, we'll find out if the other one is falling with it. Probably will. If that one did, then this one probably will too. Probably will. I think we got quite lucky with this. I honestly am going to tell you, I did not expect... Oh, looks like we've got a cave up there too. That could be neat. We could do some cool things with that. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Nice. That's neat. Caves are fun, too. You could kind of incorporate them into the base, make interesting, I don't know. Interesting, aesthetic choices and stuff. I don't know. Mess around with the cave, you know, make some kind of cool thing. This isn't too bad, actually. There we got a little pond right down there. Not a bad location, just by sheer, random chance. See, you gotta, from my philosophy, you gotta kind of make the best of what you get. You know, instead of all... You could get really caught up in like, oh, but this isn't the perfect location for a base, you know, oh. And, you know, it's not necessarily bad to hunt around for them, but... Okay, we're good, I think. We are good to go. We've got all the building stuff available here for base building. So, yeah, we're set. We can get the, we can tap into the EM field for power. And we can mine our paraffinium to our heart's content. So now, really, we just gotta actually start building this sucker. However, I am gonna go down and make sure that base auto power is disabled because, of course, I am supposed to be using the hard method to power the base, so we do not want auto power enabled. Okay. It is enabled, so I have to turn it off. Goodbye, and this is going to be interesting, not having the auto power. But there we go. It's off. So what I like to do first when I set up a base, the first thing we got here is the base computer. And, you know, you kind of got to have that the way it is. Kind of just a thing. But what I'd like to do with this is... I like to kind of take and make my base computer a little bit more interesting, you know, rather than just have it sitting out there. So one of the ways I like to do this is I'll take these, like, these crates and stuff and just kind of, a lot of times I like to just kind of position them, kind of make it look like, you know, I don't know, like it's a little base has been set up and, just a little station, computer station, I don't know, like there's more to it than just a dumb computer sitting out in the middle of nowhere. So we take some of these boxes and stuff and set them around. Let's get some of these little ones. Maybe change the colors up a bit. It gives the location some personality. Another thing I'd like to do, I do like to add sometimes lights into the mix. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, by the way, I'm going to click... what's the button again? L3. L3, click L3 when you're building a base. And you can go into this free build mode. I gotta see what this light... Okay, it's the right way. Just set this up so it looks good. There. That adds even more personality. It'll kind of help the place stand out at night. But basically, when you're in that free build mode, I don't think I'll put another light, but when you're in this free build mode, little tip, you cannot be hurt by if there's a storm or if there's a hazard. It will cease to be a problem while you're in this mode. So you could just build freely in this mode without worrying about taking damage from hazards or exposure to storms. And that's why I wasn't worried about building on hostile planets before, when we were talking about possibly building on a... I don't like how that comes through the bottom like that, so I might just note out of that. Oh, another thing we could do, because I've picked up some of these, we could add a little flavor in terms of these. Let's make them orange, that way they match kind of with the... I don't know, they're not working quite. Let's see. Okay, that works. That works better, because it's orange stem with the purple flower, that works. See, I'm just trying to kind of add a little personality to this otherwise boring location for a base computer. By the way, we could do a little more. I do have a mushroom here. I don't know, though, if I like that on that side like that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we... That might be enough. That might be enough for now. Right there. Oh, I had one more thought. We'll try out... There's this nice thing that might work pretty good down in here. This thing might be kind of neat. Ooh, honestly, okay, hey, wait. I'm gonna get rid of the lamp, and we might just go ahead and go for this thing here, because that kind of looks nice in a way. It kind of makes sense, you know, because it's like a little base camp. Don't worry about it, Sentinel Man. Oh, that works good. And it's really nice because the pillars go straight into the ground. That works quite well. I like that. Okay. And maybe I will, though, go back and... We'll go ahead and we'll put in a little lamp here. Cool thing about these little lamps is that you can put them down and you don't have to worry about powering them. They will light up without a power attached, so that's nice. Anyway, there's our base computer. That kind of looks a lot more interesting than it would have if we just left it as a dumb base computer down there. Gives us a point of interest. So, now that we're done with that, the next point of our base that's going to be the most important is the actual resource. Well, technically in this base, that's going to be kind of important because we're going to have to create a power station up there. But we need to lay the foundations for our core building structure, which is going to be the Paraffinium Extraction Center. And this is, of course, you know, we keep, like I said, with my philosophy, I keep kind of a utilitarian mindset. So, everything in the base is kind of going to be built all around the main reason for the base's existence, which is going to be the extraction of this resource. And I think this philosophy really helps you to build a cool base at the same time as being able to make the base feel like it has more purpose than it otherwise had. And believe me, in No Man's Sky, it is kind of difficult sometimes to put a sense of purpose to things, because there isn't a lot you can do outside of extract resources. And even the resources themselves, you could kind of argue, are a little bit superfluous, because they kind of become so easy to get, and you get so rich that you don't need them, and stuff like that, that it kind of becomes superfluous. But it does give a little more sense of purpose than just building a base just out there. For me, anyway, and you might have the same mindset, so this philosophy might serve you well if you're in a position where you're not sure, what to do with yourself in No Man's Sky, but you want to do something, but you're not sure. Anyway, so we've got our beacon. That tells us exactly where we need to start this. What I like to do is go with a tower, and I will explain that in time, but we've got the beacon here, so yeah, we gotta get... now there is a little trick to these triangular things. I'm trying to line it up too with this, with our power station, because we may want, I don't know, we may want to have like a pipeline or something visual connecting to the power station to make it look more like we're receiving power. There's a little trick to these things, and I forgot it. We're going to go ahead and put that down. I'm not entirely 100% positive here. One thing I will say in No Man's Sky, okay, that's not sticking to the top, of course. So I gotta figure out how these things are very finicky sometimes, I must say. So I'm gonna delete those, and hopefully this will... Okay, great. It's not sticking at all. Okay, so right now these things are kind of bugged. They will not snap to the top portion of the wall. They will snap... Actually, they won't even snap to the bottom. They're kind of buggy, these triangle sections. You have to get on that, Hello Games. Fix that. But, we're going to have to do this another way here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this. I'm going to try to line it up too here. Actually, we'll line it up too there. A little bit. Right. I'll just do it with a vertical. It'll be easier. Oh, that's not quite lined up. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, well. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I don't think. Okay, that'll snap over that. This is temporary, by the way. Now I'm going to go into free placement with the down arrow. Okay, now I'm going to basically set this up. I'm trying to get it so the center of the thing is right over the center there. Let's make sure we're... No, that's not lined up. I'm trying to line it up with our power station, because this is going to be important later, I think. Are you lined up, power station? It's going to be as good as it's going to be. Okay. That's about center. Now I'm going to delete this stuff. That should snap. Okay, that snaps good. Okay, but first, I'm going to take another triangle. We're going to make a full hexagon, because you know how great hexagons are? Especially in science fiction. They're fantastic. I can delete that now, because we know where we're at. I will use these metal walls for the base. I like that. I like them for the base. I'm just going to go all the way around. The internal part of the tower is not going to really be this base part is just for it's not gonna you're not gonna go inside that. And I might put some there on the bottom just to cover that up. Where it closes. Now the thing about No Man's Sky that you want to be mindful of, I tend to always try to build everything at least like one level above ground, because while it's true that you could take the terrain manipulator and you could like dig things out and reshape the terrain. So you can like, oh, you'll go in and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to make an underground base. It sounds so cool and everything. I'm just going to, kind of carve out these cool, like, passageways and stuff. And yeah, I admit, that sounds really amazing. But the big thing that happens is, after enough time, all the ground will regenerate. And it'll fill up your base. And you'll have a base that's buried in the ground. It'll be really irritating to have to try to dig it out. So a good thing to do, kind of a best practice, is try to build everything with an above ground mindset. Unfortunately, yeah, that kind of takes away the cool aspect of, oh, that would be a really cool base inside a cave or underground. But you can't do that. Now, a recommendation I would make, if you really are set on building underground, try to find like a natural cave and fit your base as best as you can into it. Use it and fit the base as well as you possibly can inside the cave. Because that won't ever come back. It'll be fine. And that's probably the best way. If you really must have an underground base, that's probably the best way to do that. Okay, so I gotta figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna see. Okay, those will snap. Question is, will I be able to put them on the outside too? And will we get a hex out of this? I'm going to try it. Because I might like this to be nice and wide. I don't know why. We are going to get a hex, I think. I'm trying to make the lines line up, too. What I'm going to do is give this thing a pretty wide base. I figure this will be like the lowest service section. Why does that not want to flip? Okay, it's just not going to be polite. It's going to be janky. I want those lines to line up, but it's not going to give me that, so we're just going to have to accept what we have. It's going to be one thing that's goofy. I guess it won't really be that noticeable, though. Yeah, well, I'll give this tower kind of a wide base. I typically don't give them this wide, but we'll see how this works. Nice big hex. I like the hex shape. Kind of looks more sci-fi to me. You could do with just a square, I guess, but this is my mining tower structure generally. I vary it in different ways, but this is the basic principle, is like a thing like this. Okay, so I might go for the alloy wall top there. That looks nice. I don't know what color. Guess we could do... I don't know. We'll do white. Purple? Yeah, we'll do white. I don't mind. Might put a nice door right there. Entryway thing. Let's look for a door. There we go. Extruded alloy door. Actually, I'll go for the metallic one, I think. There should be a metallic one in there. There we go. Because I think I might put like a anti-room on here. Just because I think it'd just be cooler. We got this animal wandering around here. Stupidly. We'll put some supports on that. Make it look supported. It just looks better to me when you got something like that. You don't need it, technically, in No Man's Sky, but it just seems to look better, And we'll wanna... well, we could do that. Hold it. This is my anti-room, but get these on there. Get another... I think there's like a frontage. That'll work nicely. I like that. Probably ought to be the other way around. Okay. That way we'll have our... that makes a lot of sense. Okay. We get a small one, small alloy panel, and we stick that there. We get a... I think I'll get a metal half one, and we'll stick that there. See, it's like a lot of this stuff you don't technically have to do. Hope these stairs will snap. I mean, there's ways of... okay, I can see the thing. There we go. A lot of this stuff you don't technically have to do, but it just makes it look better. This is where, you know, this is what I'm talking about when I'm like... okay, there we go, finally. That doesn't look too good. That thing's sticking out the stairs. Let's just make it... that's better. That's much better. There we go. Hook that up like that. And I'm going to kind of go along and put some things on the bottom here because this looks not so great. Thank you. There we go. Okay. That way we can hook it into the ground. Looks nicer. Okay, so we've already got our anti-room. Put some kind of like railings on the edge there. And we'll go ahead and we'll... now, I don't know what's going to happen later on. We might change this up a bit. For now, though, I will kind of put like maybe a kind of a roof thing on top. These are pretty nice. They can help make things look more interesting. But for now, I'll put that there. That may change, you know, pending further construction on the tower, but for now, I'm going to kind of put that on there and just let that be there. Okay, and let's get back to building our tower. We're going to need, of course, more walls on it, and I was going to go with... where were we? I'm getting lost. Okay, there we go. I was going to go with those. We're going to kind of transition from the metal into the other stuff. I don't know what they call it. Put this all around it. Get this thing all figured out. I think now in the center we're basically we're going to be putting our main components of material extraction, which is going to be the I don't know, the mining bumpers. I like to call them the mining bumpers. But here we go. And I'm going to put this on free placement. We're just going to place this freely and put it as central as we possibly can in this thing. Which means I want to get more of an overhead view. We could line up these lines, you see. Get it pretty well centered. And I'm just going to pop that down. That's going to be the platform, the drilling platform, basically. Like that. And I will put some of these... okay, so first off, though, we'll start putting these in kind of first. That way we can get an idea of the size. There's the thumper, the mining thumper. And these are going to be kind of resource heavy. Because they want... each one of these things wants 5 metal plating. And metal plating is like so much ferrite dust to begin with, so... And I got a bunch of junk here. I'm gonna get rid of these creature seeds. We'll just make some metal plating here. I'll make 20, because that's what? 4 or 5, so it'll be 4 pounders. Yeah, this... If anybody watching this is like some kind of expert or whatever... First off, I don't know why you don't have your own No Man's Sky channel. Well, maybe you do. But if you are, and you know something about how to do this faster, let me in on that. Because, I gotta admit, I just been doing it that way probably forever, ever since I started playing No Man's Sky. We'll just make these white. I kind of have this thing where I like to kind of get the color of the resource I'm taking out and make the extractors that color. I'll reset this, that way it's... And what we do is we'll use this square for of the platform to line these up nice and evenly. I like to do this. So, there we go. There we go. And I'm going to have to turn it around. I want the bumper things to be on the outside. That way they don't look stupid like they're bumping into each other all the time. But there, with those lines, you can pretty much line them up real nicely. And as we see, they're unpowered. Yeah, this is kind of turning into like a tutorial. I'm telling you, oh, look, guys. Look at this. As we see, this is how you do it. But yeah, it kind of is, I guess, a soft tutorial in a way. But and I'm going to put these ribs on it because I think that looks pretty. That looks nicer than just having those ugly legs sticking there. I like that. Okay. So there's the base of our tower. Now, typically, if I'm being lazy, I'll just have, like, one single, this would be it for the mining extractors in the tower. But I think it would be more epic, maybe, if we, and we're already kind of going down the road with this tower of it being a little more grand, maybe, than what I typically do. But it might be a little more epic, maybe, if I put, like, about maybe a couple, 3 more layers of these. And that'll increase the mining efficiency, so we'll extract more resource per hour if we do that. So first thing I'm going to do is put some temporary walls here to just find our level of these things here. Is that going to work? That should be it. Okay. And that's temporary. Just try to get to the very top here. Okay, put that down. That's it. I will leave the top one because I'll probably end up having that in there anyway. But I like to have this stuff visible because it looks cool when you're inside the tower, you know, and you're in the maintenance area or whatever, and you're looking at it. It's like pounded away, and all those gears and things are going. So I kind of like to leave that exposed. I don't want to like totally cover it up. But what we will do now, and see, we're taking ferrite dust with all of this, so you see the ferrite dust is going to go quite quickly. But now we'll just go ahead and make some more of that. Fill up on 20 more of that. Really though, if you think these mining things are bad, wait till we get to having to put in the hoppers. I'm going to need a lot more of the hoppers, and they take even more plate to set up, so they're really annoying. But they are cool once they get them all together. But yeah, and you might wonder why I'm putting this all in the center like this. You know, stacked like this here. And I'll explain that. Another little No Man's Sky thing, but these nodes, these resource nodes, they basically, they have verticality. They go all, like, I don't know how far they go up, but they go up. And when you're closer to the very center of a resource node, you're getting more efficient extraction somehow, I believe. So when you put these things all on top of each other in like a tower over the very center of the node, you're getting like the most efficient extraction from it. Versus spreading them out like in a wide array around it. So that's why I'm building this in the fashion. There's a utility to it. I'm just also trying to make it look, you know, neat, artistic. I think I want to line this up the other way because, you know, we want them to look lined up kind of with the ones on the bottom. Have some consistency with that. And just put them like that. Now, of course, this stuff's not going to be absolutely perfect, but we ran out of chromatic metal. Now I've got to try to get some chromatic metal. I believe I got plenty of copper, though, because luckily I have a mine already on another planet, and it just pumps out copper, so look what we got, copper, I believe. Well, it's activated copper. However, it will produce chromatic metal if we have the brains to fuel the refiner. So that'll be a little wait to get some more of that. Let's take a step back and enjoy our work here. And we can think about what we might do. Right now we're putting together the big picture. Later on though, we'll go in and we'll take all this space we've got, you know, like down under here and stuff, and we'll think about little things we could do to liven it up, make it look more interesting than it does. There's ways. One of the fun things about building a base in Novia Sky, you want to make all these little exploration-like areas, points of interest that might be fun, you know, if you were coming to this base to look around and see. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this little place I found with stuff in it to look at. Cool. We might just walk in there, too. We haven't had a storm yet. This planet said it was rainy. But we have not had a storm yet. What I'm thinking here is this outer area will be kind of like a kind of the maintenance walk around. Maybe I'll wall this off right in here if possible. I never know how the snap feature is going to work. We might be able to work on that. We don't need chromatic metal for that. Although I don't want to be wasting ferrite dust, because I'm going to need that. Make sure I got enough ferrite for the... Do we have enough chromatic metal now? I just want to try it. Hello, chromatic metal. Welcome to my world. Okay, we do. We could put this one in. Get that set up. And we'll have our second layer. Like that. Just as easy as that. Oh, that looks nice. I'll put that there. I like the look of that. Put these around to, of course, hide the... I find those legs ugly. We're getting the core set up here. You know what else we could do? This is another fun trick. Eventually you'll get access to these things. And what you could do with these is you could sort of stick them on the side there. Color them appropriately. I think gray would work quite well. Just kind of like that. See? And then you can just kind of... That looks kind of nice. Looks kind of like supports or something. Makes it more interesting looking. Trying to line it up, it's a little bit tough. I guess it doesn't actually need to be perfectly aligned, but, you know, I'm kind of a neat person when it comes to this stuff. A bit, what will they call it? OCD. So if you're in that boat too, this is going to really make you happy. Maybe. Maybe you're worse than me. Okay. See, that looks better, doesn't it? There's little things like that, though, you can always think about when you're building these bases. It's like, this stuff's not necessary. If I went to mine paraffinium, I could have just put these things down on top of each other out in the field, just left it be, and hooked up some pipes and hoppers and got the stuff out of it. But that would be boring. Very boring, I think. So, we've come to the end of our road for today. I gotta call the ship back, because otherwise I'm not gonna have any place to bivouac or whatever for the night. So we'll just call the ship back right there. But that's about it for this episode. We got a lot done, I think. And we'll be back. Remember, get in the comments and let your thoughts be known about what the name of the system and the planet and even the base should be. And then that stuff will go up for vote. And give a like and a subscribe if you're new and you enjoyed it. Also, for people who are big old, huge fans, we've got channel memberships active now. Isn't that amazing? You can go and you can become a member. You can click the join button, which should be easily visible on this video, and you can become a member and get perks for a low price. Monthly membership, it's great. If you want to support us, great thing to do. We appreciate it very much. But you can also go to the link in the description to the coffee and do one-time donations if you don't want to do a monthly thing, but you do want to, give a little or whatever. But I hope you had fun with this, and we will be back next time with new stuff to do, and we will get this base. It's already up and rolling a lot faster than I thought. But I hope you have a great day. This has been Billy Cultist. Bye-bye.